Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's that time of the day once again. ECS Season 6, this time the European sector. We're coming to you live and direct from the FACEIT studio in Santa Monica, California. It's a beautiful day. We've got plenty of Counter-Strike for you. My name is Henry G. And of course, I'll be brought to you by the lovely DDK and James Bardolph. We've got more keyboards today, James. There's a new one.
Can we just take another look at my Scrabble keyboard,
For anyone that missed it, this is the Scrabble key set. It's official. It's legit merch.
Take that out of the way.
And James Bardolph has brought it for you today. We're getting it on the camera?
Eventually. There we go.
Lovely.
Look at that, man.
Have you played with it yet?
That's beautiful. It's like, this is an XDA key set, so the dishes are a lot wider than even on DSA, which I normally use. It takes a little getting used to, but it's amazing. Look, I've got the letter scores and everything. This is official Scrabble key set, but made by the keyboard community. I'm so happy. This is end game. This is the final boss for me. This is it. I'm done.
That's the one.
I'm done. It's game over now.
Dan, you a fan of it? You like that?
I actually think it's really cool.
Yeah?
Actually, it's one of my favorites, that's for sure.
One of my favorites too, James. If you want to tell James about the keyboard and how much you love it, where would he go, Dan?
Well, you can head over to Twitter at ECS, hashtag ECSS6 to get involved in the discussion. Tweet us as well individually. I think our Twitters will be appearing over the course of this show. And of course, you can find out more information about the league and the standings of the teams and so on and their progress and more information in general over at csgoleague.com. So go check it out.
Amazing stuff. And all of this Counter-Strike, James, what's the purpose of it? Why are we doing all these games back-to-back all the time for weeks and weeks and weeks?
It leads to grand finals in Arlington, Texas at the esports stadium, still being built, going to be brand spanking new shiny. Be the first to soil the seats. Arlington.csgoleague.com is where you can buy tickets and bring your dirty or clean selves to Texas, to Arlington, to meet the likes of us and other people as well. Clean is always good. Yeah, try and be clean, have a shower.
It's a good tip, isn't it, Dan? Try and be clean, shower, what, at least every other day?
Every day is nice.
Every day is preferred, but at least every other day.
Make sure you wash your bum.
So every day do the bum. Make sure you do that. Anyway, if you want to get stuck in and get some points as well, we can get you some loot. All you have to do is hit the Get Loot button beneath this YouTube player and hook in your FACEIT account. You'll be eligible for the drops, which we do sporadically throughout the day. We've given away over 4 million points so far. And yesterday, I think we gave away 50K. We've done 250 as well. To make sure you do it, you might as well, you're watching anyway, get stuck in and get some points. So, like I said at the beginning of the show, this is the North American division. Let's have a lovely look at the teams that are participating and where they currently sit in our table. So then, this is the European division. Why did I say North American? This is the European division. It's the first.
Because you're in North America, that's why.
Yeah, exactly. I'm on different time zones. This is European, of course. It's Astralis at the very top. No surprises there. I would say a surprise, though, Dan, would be North. Like, they're doing very well right now, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you expect them to be strong, but obviously with the change up of having Kaden in for MSL is something that, you know, we didn't really know what we would be getting. And but so far, it's looked really, really good. They look strong. They look pretty consistent. And so I'm happy to see them up there.
Well, there you go. We've also got some Fnatic boys down there and G2 as well. G2, 1-9, James.
Yeah, I
think not looking too good, is it?
I think North and G2 are the standouts here. 1-4-9 is horrible for G2. And again, we just can't stop asking questions about that team every time we see them, and they've got 8 more games to play. So,
ouch, 1-9.
Plenty more G2 to come, but that is really,
well,
bad.
I'm happy to tell you, if we look at the schedule today, we can have a look at who's playing.
Well,
it's the boys G2 up against the mighty Fnatic. That's going to be a hell of a game. I think that will go the distance. I feel like we'll have more heartbreak, more excitement, more epic scenes going on.
Do we have Broland now for Fnatic?
We do. We're going to get to that in a second. I've got a special treat for you about Broland.
Okay.
We're gonna keep going. Mouse Sports versus Optic. And that's going to be another good game as well. We've got lots of talking points, lots of roster changes. It's roster mania now, Dan.
Yeah, the fact that we get to see both, you know, new Fnatic versus a G2 that we're constantly very critical of, and then you have Optic, a very solid team, a really, really cool test. They'll make for a really fun game against the Mouse Sports, who hopefully will feel somewhat rejuvenated, renewed. So I think we all wanted to see this.
It's so weird, though. Like, how much money must have been wasted in that whole transaction? There's time, money, effort, just everything really just went horribly wrong. They did get a trophy for it, so I guess that's fine. They won ESL, won New York. But anyway, let's move on to the first game at hand, and specifically Fnatic. They recently announced they signed the boy wonder, Broland. Now, I've been following this guy for a while. Are you guys fans? Are you aware of his skill, his poise?
I've seen him here and there, but I haven't been
Here you go, it's my treat for you.
majorly exposed to him. So tell me, what can you tell me about him?
So he is an absolute boy wonder. He's about 16 years old, I believe, and he is considered the absolute craziest fragger in Sweden right now. I've been speaking to players about him at every single event. Get Right specifically has told me he's going to be the next big thing. Whoever gets to sign him is going to have one hell of a team behind them. So it's Fnatic to pick him up, and he has just got the craziest aim. He's one of those flashy, aggressive players that is pure CSGO. He hasn't been burdened by 1.6 or source and comes with a load of bad traits and habits. He is electric. He can AWP, he can rifle, he can use the pistols, and he's being molded by some of the world's best now. He joins Fnatic. It's going to be absolutely epic. I've casted him maybe 3 or 4 times, I think, now, and I'm always like, who the hell is this dude? And the more I find out, the more of a fan I become. Obviously, it was Draken that's just been released, and of course Golden as well, and they're trying to rebuild the Swedish powerhouse Fnatic with some young names here. So for me, this is exciting. Finally, Fnatic look like they might be onto something instead of plugging holes, I would say.
One thing we saw him play a lot in the sort of renewed Godsent lineup a long time ago. I think last season, I think it was, he was playing for Godsent.
Maybe.
Yes,
So we got
yes,
to
he
see a
was.
bunch of games, and that team of young Swedish talent was just so exciting.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, these guys can make something that at that point Godsent was just like this tired, just roller coaster of, or a revolving door, I suppose would be a better way to put it, of just name value, just players just going in and going out, and then they had this new team, just a bunch of new lads. Brolan was there as well, and they were really good. They made their own identity for the team. Everything was looking great. Then they got traded off, and then we didn't see anything else from them. So
Yeah, no, Godsent is no more, right? It's folded.
That's that the organization's closed the doors.
At least we got the little eye thing for a while.
That was cool.
That
Nice
was cool.
logo.
Yeah,
Illuminati logo.
yeah, that was nice. So
But
put those on your stickers.
they have shut their doors forever, so they won't be coming back.
But I guess that was multi-team ownership as well, so it's probably just can't sell it, just get rid of it.
They were part of
Refresh?
as
Yeah.
well, I think, like Heroic and Astralis.
Became a burden, I guess.
I think so. So it's going to be Dust 2 first. Fnatic just signing Brolan, no longer using Scream. Apparently, maybe he'll go to Cloud9, something like that. Who knows? That
The
could be a
people
thing.
want him to go to
Yeah,
Cloud9,
a lot of people are talking about that.
but I don't know if Cloud9 want him to go to Cloud9.
I don't think they will. I don't think that's the right player. It's another star player.
I want to
They're
put him
trying
in Cloud9.
Yeah?
Just for fun. See how it goes. Who knows? You never know. Maybe it'll be good.
Yeah, an expensive experiment, but could be good.
And you also mentioned keeping 3 North American players as well.
That's true.
That's something that you
Oh
wanna
yeah,
do as
crap!
well.
They can't do that now, can they?
Yeah, I think that's the main thing.
Yeah.
It has to be a North American. Either
What
way.
if it was like somebody not from Europe though? Then what?
What do you mean?
Like
Oh, you
someone
just-
from like
Well, it doesn't mean
Asia or.
It doesn't mean anything. You just need to be eligible for a minor or a major. You need to have 3 from that region, right?
But if they don't have 3 from any region, then what?
What do you mean?
See.
So they have like an Asian player?
2 Americans,
an
2
North-
Europeans, and a guy from like Nigeria.
CIS?
Get Nigerian in there. Then
I don't
what?
know. I think they'd have to do it case by case.
That's interesting though, isn't it?
I don't know.
Maybe there are loopholes
You
to
ever
be
thought about
to be
that, Dan?
used.
What if a Nigerian player
I-
wants to play for FaZe? What's gonna
I
happen
no idea.
there?
I've never really given it a thought.
All right, back to you, Henry. Go on.
Anyway, G2 versus Fnatic. Let's just touch on G2 as well. We talked about the new signing for Fnatic. I'm sure anyone that's been following us knows that they've been playing pretty badly. 1-9, not looking too convincing. The game's about to go live, so we can't really chat about it too much. Maybe we'll let the game do the talking itself. It's going to be Dust 2, a high fragging map. It's going to be AWP Mania. And of course, we have the new signing for Fnatic. That is Brolan, who's
Yes.
just joined with Twist. So a new look Fnatic. Probably the best looking I've seen for a while. Like, exists for me as the in-game leader. Still needs to show me a bit more innovation, a change for the team in general. We'll see what happens, though, as they're still on the T side of Dust 2. JW leading the way towards the double doors. No CT presence, close range at least. They'll have a CT towards the window, ready and waiting.
So this is one thing to look out for is that Existence and Smiths play B on Dust 2. So will Fnatic try to exploit that as the weaker parts of the G2 team? Although people were saying, there were some comments on Reddit yesterday that Existence is quite the fragger, but in-game leading is the extra taxing part. Of course, when your brain has to be thinking about the entire map as well as your own play, you're always going to suffer. So here we go. Considering pulling a flashbang out, I think. Speaking of fragging, there's 2 nice headshots from Existence. And our body sees Exist. Oh, no. It was Brolan, sorry. Exist, the last man standing now. Versus 5 players, 4 of which... The only person who's being tagged is Existence, and he's the only person who hasn't got Kevlar. So this could be a very profitable round for G2, indeed. Apart from Smiths. 3 people get a cheap helmet. No plant for Fnatic. And my asthma's back.
It's back again.
Do you take your pump, Jay?
It's in my pocket, yeah.
Well, there we go. It will be G2 and specifically Existence running away with the round. Body with a nice little clear up from the back. It will be Fnatic though with the Force Bite in second, not waiting for those AKs to come out. We'll be coming in with the CZs, the Deagles, the Smokes, the HEs, the Flashbangs, the Smoke for Xbox. Exist setting up his teammate to look to go towards shore, which makes a lot of sense. It's the easiest place to get the bomb down, as you can just group up, try and flash the AWP off, well, Rifler in this case, and plant for short. As they make their way up, Shox is looking to deny absolutely everything, but actually this gives up his life and a weapon.
Promising. Quite promising with all the nades left as well to attack the A site. Decent HE coming in from Kenny, and it'll be quite tough there with that MP5. He's got that long-range rapid support body with some good bursting action. Kenny waiting for them to get close before popping up with the MP5, and he's done it perfectly. Will deal with every single player. No bomb plant for them. And they did get 2 kills, but you feel like they could have gotten so much more. They set themselves up well. Unfortunate for Fnatic.
2-0. And there are 2 kills. 2 kills in 2 rounds for Fnatic.
That's not bad. 2 out of 2.
The SMGs, you should be like a PR person for like an oil fracking company or...
Spin doctor.
Yeah. 2 for 2. 2-2, must be good. HE dropping to the mid position. That is a very nice green by Existence. He's done plenty of damage, and it will be quickly capitalized on for a very brief round number 3. 3-0 start for G2. They couldn't ask for a better start, really. Existence, well, plenty of people with money. Now, do they go for the AWP straight away? You can expect, especially with the Force Buy, that Fnatic will likely have one. And indeed they do, and indeed Kenny will go for the AWP straight away. Makes sense.
Just a note, Twist being signed to this team does not mean he's the sniper. It is still, or now, is JW after Draken was removed. And this is G2's pick, by the way, Dust2, out of the veto process. So they're looking to maybe post a win here. They're currently 1 win, 9 losses in ECS. So at this point, trying to fight against relegation. What has happened there? Existence with the wild spam through the smoke will take Broland down to 18. A nice little thing comes through as they go for a very standard default. You can see 1 player in tunnels, 2 towards short, 1 holding long, 1 holding middle. Doesn't get much more standard than that. And they'll try and get short control. That's normally the first objective. HE bouncing the skybox to land towards short. I think that went way too high. They didn't look like it went anywhere near the desired target, as Kenny now holds with the AWP. Classic angle for him. We've seen many shots from this position nailed. Maybe this one will connect as well. Not going to peek around the corner just yet. Setting himself up potential mid-split here. There's the smoke for CT spawn. Kenny with a nade, preempting their position.
There's smoke. Still waiting to see contact though, 45 seconds. And there is the resmoke. So the resmoke there to just buy some extra time, see if there's going to be anything thrown by the CTs, but instead now they are forced to run in and the trades will be wild there as it goes 3 versus 3. The time starts to be an issue and Smith gets absolutely nailed by Crims, and that's the bomb site given up, and G2 will look to save the AWP. So good round from Fnatic. Very, very late B splits, but G2 were unable to stop it.
Again, I'm interested in how much the B bomb site is going to be targeted. Everybody will be familiar with Kenny S's very aggressive setups towards the short position, and because he's not shy to stand on the lip of the edge down to CT spawn, there are a lot of different angles he can take. So very hard to push him from that. Although flashbangs, I think Mousesports are a good team to watch in terms of T-side flashbangs.
Oh.
Nice.
It's not bad, is it?
Yeah, takes one away. Bits and bobs will be collected. First round in the bag for Fnatic.
Did you see that stat about Kenny on Reddit yesterday? As of this week, these are the worst stats he's ever had since 2012, like for a year's performance.
Wow.
So it's really not looking too good for him. Like it's getting worse and worse.
I think it's hard to compare the stats. I really feel like if you're going to look at an awful like Kenny's stats, you have to look at it only from the period of time of after the crouch, well, the moving speed nerf when you're scoped in with AWP,
That was a long time ago, though, James.
Yeah, but so is 2012. I mean,
That's what I mean. The point is, like, he hasn't had stats this bad since then. Like, he's been steady ever since then. It's like this is the worst year he's had in about 6 years.
what I'm saying is, like, I would look at it. For me, I'd be interested only in the period of time after the crouch peak nerf, because I feel like that's a completely different era for a sniper.
Isn't that like 3 years?
It's a long while, but I don't think it's as long as 2012, obviously. So I think it's unfair, basically unfair to compare before that, because it was like a significant difference. But anyway, we've got Fnatic looking for the initial entry. Twist, he knows the grenade was just deployed, trying to catch Body off guard, but he's ready for it, despite having the M4 versus the AK. So Long has been held on to. Now we've got a lurker outside the B bomb site, and I do feel like Fnatic may try to push these players back, but eventually end towards B once more. Now, who will be the rotation man if that is to happen? We've got Shox. He's gone into the B bomb site, so maybe they're expectant of this targeting, because now Existence is on Long and Shox is on B. This could be a good deterrence.
Looking to just slowly slide their way in. They've got a lot of nades on the entry now. Nice crossfire, but Roland is... Wow, okay, that's not really supposed to be how it works.
I told you.
There's a crossfire, there's 180 degrees that you have to like move between. Not supposed to be able to get both kills, but Roland makes it work.
This kid is going to be something special. He's got the aim. They just let him off the leash. Get stuck in, find the headshots, and he can do it. No problem.
Now I think the question is, do Fnatic manage to make G2 play a 2-1-2 setup as opposed to a 3-1-1? Because it ultimately leaves 2 people in the B bomb site, but do they try to get G2 to encourage more people towards mid and B and then target A?
Yeah, once the mind games begin.
We can see the changes being made. Pretty much like one buy round, the G2 are like, okay, the targeting split's in existence. Less swap positions, but still they've got the numbers game overwhelming the B bomb site. And Broland. Never mind the numbers game.
Let's have a look at him go. Hello. They were ready in the crossfire, and he just destroys them with a clean 180. Money's still available for the G2. They've been actually quite good at saving weaponry. They have the AWP. An AK still in the hands of Body. 3 M4s. And we go to round number 6.
But look at the change on G2 now. They've gone 2-1-2, and also they've put Kenny this time on the B bomb site, and they're not waiting for the late game on this occasion, looking to maim Fnatic at the very least early on, but Crimson might have a good angle.
This was the RPK spot back in the day, and it works out very efficiently. Kenny S gets absolutely wrecked, so does Smiths, and that should be round in itself. At this point, Fnatic can just hold up. They don't really have to do much at all. Twist caught out position there, maybe a little bit more defensive would have been fine, but that's the reaction coming in from G2. They had to try and get some real estate on the map. Now they have long control at least, but it's still a 4 versus 3. Body did get tagged up there. And it looks like they'll be focusing towards the B side once again. There's only Existence to defend. They could go for a straight up contact play here. He's heading towards the double doors right now. He has 1 HE, 1 flashbang. They're going to nade the platform. And presumably, he'll nade back in return. Here's the flash from him. Actually not too bad. See whether he can make a frag happen here. Not a chance. Broland will rip his head off once again.
Looks like 3 from 3 for Fnatic. Now, it's unfortunate for G2, but I mean, it's quite stimulating. G2 are trying to change their setup, trying to put different players in the B bomb site, so it's not about targeting Existence and Smiths, trying to get aggressive, putting Kenny there as well. But Fnatic are one step ahead. Obviously, they're thinking in G2, what would we do in their shoes? And they'll try to predict that in advance, take more passive angles, and allow the frags to come to them. And the wins get even easier.
And even with, even if it doesn't matter like which players are playing where, you know, B splits are just like, if you can actually execute them correctly, they're just very, very strong. And so far, there's been a spot, I think we had I think one of the first buy rounds where G2 actually had a man in the CT spawn, which normally is one way you'd be able to deal with it. But Fnatic do look actually very drilled with it. They're playing the basics really well on these splits. And so it's just going to be very difficult for G2. They may be encouraged to play more aggressively on short as well if this continues.
So what's the play here? They're getting players towards lower. Indeed they are. Existence with the 5-7. Joined by his partner in crime, Body. And they'll lose the AK. Existence wants to try and pick that up. You see it's Brolan once again delivering the pain. Can he get a second? Oh, he looks sharp today, boys. 5 on 2. Kenny S and Shox. And James, I think you've got a good point about the B bomb side now for G2. You can see it's a massive issue for them. The fact they have the weakest players on that side of the map, why wouldn't you focus it? If you can make them very uncomfortable as well, make sacrifice if they're rotating Kenny over and having to change their actual formation when they feel comfortable. As soon as you realize that's happening, you start rushing long and using the spawns. It's just impossible for G2 to really be strong across the board. If they have 2 weak links, this could be a real problem. But there's Shoxy, at least pulls one back. I'm not sure he'll do a whole lot for him. Right now, the only way it feels like G2 could win a map is Shoxy just goes off and does things like this.
He's managed to successfully avoid Shox or eliminate him as the last man standing on the B bomb site. So, but again, it's a good point about them not playing their game. Now let's see if Kenny can get 1 or 2 here. No. Got Shox in that short position now, essentially looking for an ace at this point. They're attacked. He's got multiple targets.
Got another.
Yeah, he did.
Wow. My God.
Taking them with him in that round. And that's good because they need to get Fnatic spending money. JW and Brolan have got $10,000, and Brolan's is pretty much after his buy, which is worrisome for G2. Again, they are already in a situation where they need to win 2-3 rounds in a row to avoid just being absolutely broken their arse and having Fnatic run away with the first half. There's a fast play into the long position for Crims. It's a good inkling that no one has made it into the pit just yet. Now Brolan's here for support. The turrets of Fnatic taking 2 players out on long, and that might just be round again.
That's Brolan just helping himself to kills left, right, and center. Kenny S, though, still alive and kicking. All on the A sites. It's still the man advantage for the Swedes, as Kenny knows he has to operate efficiently here, but JW is ready and waiting. Takes him down, and it's Smith's in existence to clutch out 4 on 2. I'm not sure this could be possible for them. Steady Eddie heading towards long. Big Kev in CT spawn. Not sure. Oh, there we go. The timing's on. The shot not quite, but it happens in the end. You know exactly where Smith's is, but is there a chance here? Smith's will go down, and existence left in the 3-on-1.
I think it's a good point you made, Henry, in that, I mean, G2 are having to change their entire CT setup, sending existence to A, Shox to B, then sending Kenny to B. But they're making a play of it as opposed to just standing static, where I think it'll be harder if they don't have their usual setups, which Fnatic were abusing anyway with the numbers game. But
yeah,
but at least they're trying to fix the issue, but they're not being able to play their own game in that respect.
Well, now they're just plugging holes all over the place, and that's when Fnatic has changed things up, as we said. They just take that long spawn and then find 2 kills there. Just they're starting to boost the B defense. And at this point, like, where do you really position yourselves? How do you come back from this one? As it looks like Fnatic are just winning every single aim duel. Their money's swelling. G2 just riding the coattails of lost bonus right now. That's about all they have to do. And Brolan, look, there's just flashes from the CTs. They've got that one smoke which the T's through. They're just trying to push their way through with no utility. And I just don't think Shoxy's going to be powerful enough to take on this Fnatic, who are going to have that kind of honeymoon period right now. They're all hyped about having new young players ready to go. And Dust 2 is one of the easiest maps to play if you're not an established team. If you haven't practiced much, Dust 2, almost every single team will play in the exact same way in terms of their default. It's very easy to operate in a pug style.
Now finally we're seeing them putting more pressure towards that short position. Again, it hasn't been too common, but oh, that's a nice one. Chunky damage from Kenny, but no AWP. I wonder if that's something that Fnatic will be able to count on. Either way, the setup on the A side is actually quite strong, unless there are the expected Molotovs onto the slope. You know, you get one towards the goose position. Then it starts to get tricky for G2, but they aren't looking too bad here. Fnatic definitely looking like they want to go into this A attack. If not, at least to get a kill, then fall back. Here they go, Shox giving around the side of the smoke. He's surely going to find one. Lots of damage has been done. Oh, he's got a reload dropping off here. This is going to be the pursuit coming in from Fnatic as they try to hunt him down, but he's still alive after the reload, still trying to do damage. Shox is all over the place. So dangerous, but finally eliminated.
It's only Shox is really killing them, that's the problem. Is he like looks competitive in every round. He's making so much damage happen. It looked like he was going to get 4 kills there from CT. I thought they were going to start connecting. But this is falling apart at the seams, isn't it? It will be 6-3, 6 rounds in a row for Fnatic, and another eco for G2. Smiths has got the scout out. I got some Deagles, 5-7s and CZs. But it's another round where Fnatic are likely to win.
Oh, well, he spotted the players. Alerts, alerts. Aliens on the brig. Now, how to extinguish them. JW still holding the angle. They know they're still in there. Oh, bodies down to 12 HP. Creating some space, and now there are question marks. We don't know if they've exited or not. It will need to be cleared. And this will delay the advance of Fnatic. Speaking of advance, they will move away from that D area, and Existence has gone to look, so now there can be a stack of the A site by G2. If they can hold on to short and play around these boxes, then maybe, just maybe they can get something done.
Fnatic looking really confident, aren't they? Really very confident. And the scary thing here is that this was the map that was one of the bright sparks for G2. We saw him recently. Ooh, the flash through the smoke a bit too close, and that's what happens when you don't go for the deeper smoke. CTs can burst through it effectively. And Kenny could get another one. Oh no! Picks up a rifle as well, down to Twist. He's going to get a quick 2k. Can he get the last one? He's got plenty of time, but no, Shox is the last man standing, and he will take down Twist.
The amount of rounds I've seen won from that position recently is unreal. Like, it just seems like in all the chaos, everyone forgets about that. And Kenny helps himself to 2 kills. Fair play. Body did a great job. 12 HP. He gets the double kill. So a lifeline perhaps for G2. They've won the pistol now and an eco round. They're back in the game. But now reset potential is a real thing. They've taken a tactical timeout just to work out how they're going to position themselves. But I think the double orb setup is almost guaranteed, for me at least.
Makes a lot of sense.
Probably Body and Kenny S these days who picks it up.
Might see it on Smith if he's going to the B-bomb side. That's something that he was doing a lot in some of the Dust 2 games. Only 1 orb. Okay.
Going for it. Surprising. Well, they use a tactical timeout to work out how they're going to operate in the future rounds here. Let's see if they've made any significant changes. 1 towards B, and Existence boosted up in CT spawn to protect from the mid split. This is such a common pre-fire these days though. He needs to be very careful. And they'll know he's there. They're going to Molotov him out of position too. He'll be ready with the smoke surely. He'll burn down to 50 points of health. Can he find the first kill? So they have the advantage here. Smith's holding in towards the corner of the B sites. He is alone. If he goes down with nothing here, that should be round because they'll have no way of getting back in towards the side. Smiths, this is not a great position for this sort of scenario. He gets the kill though. That should be enough. He can reposition now and fall back.
From 6 HP to 2, he escaped just in a nick of time and is still holding down the position. Now we've got a 3-man rotation, almost 4. Crim's cut off in the mid-door position, trying to flank those players. So Smith has done very well on this occasion. Really tough spot for him. And they will survive with everybody just about intact. Much needed for G2. Keep the half competitive. Fnatic will buy again, it seems.
Oh, of course. They love a buy.
Brian can drop the Crims. And they're good to go. Tactical timeout from them. That was a... I'm really surprised he survived there.
Yeah, he should have died for sure. You'd expect the trade to come in.
If he doesn't survive that grenade that did 4 points of damage, then who knows?
Yeah, that's right. They would be into the site. I think the most forward player had a smoke as well. So then you know, who knows? But fortunately for G2, they win a very important round, preventing the reset. The double offs finally do come out, and it is indeed Smiths on the second one. And Fnatic, what do they go for? They've had a lot of success going A and B, so it's like a long take perhaps to begin with, see what Twist can find. dear.
Oh my god, how many flashes is that? There's a nice pop flash you can do off of here, but he may not feel safe to do it. More on that later. 2 spotted, and now Brolan has that information. Got to be careful of that car position though, but the CT hasn't quite got there. Maybe he was spotted, now he's in trouble, now he's dead. Existence and Smiths remain, holding down the mid push from Crims. So we've got a 2 versus 2 retake being attempted, though that bomb has a journey to go to make it there. And that gives time for the CTs to rotate.
Well, here we go then. 2 CTs towards short. Bomb hasn't even crossed yet, so this is actually looking quite good for the CTs. He'll have to flash in towards spawn and just knife out and jump across. Brodan has re-smoked the area. Oh, that nade could actually get a kill. Definitely. That's not bad. Well, 2-on-1 exists with the godlike HE. Will set them up nicely. Smiths with an incendiary, a flashbang, the defuse kit, an AK, but at this point he has to win a straight up one-on-one duel. That's a good incendiary. We'll flush the T out and maybe give him a chance at the frag. They'll face together.
Ooh.
It was a decent effort by Smiths, but unfortunately Exist trades out the kill, and it will be 7-5. And there's one more buy available for G2. And at least they've come back to life now with that eco victory and follow-up rifle round win. Single AWP thrown over to Kenny S and a shotgun for Smiths here. Round 13, Dust 2 always very fast-paced. For Xbox, long take by the looks of things as well. 2 CTs a challenge, that'll be Shocks and Body.
Big attack here on the long position. 2 kills coming in from Shocks. As always reliable, and except on Nuke that one time.
One time.
And he knows there's one more. Very weak, easy 3k for him. Existence moving in from behind. We know how much he loves those mid pushes. And G2, 4 versus 1. Crims looking to get some damage in, but he'll be denied. So 6 rounds. Again, if you remove 3 of those from the pistol victory, then it doesn't look nearly as good. But ultimately, a pretty positive scoreline right now for G2 with the prospect that some more.
Well, there you have it. A long take from Fnatic, finally shut down. They are going to force up into this one. The Eagles, PD50s are heading back towards B, Old Faithful. Smiths in Existence by that side of the map, considered the weaker fraggers. And they're going to try and out-duel them right now, but they've been sent packing at least by the utility. Crims and JW, quite a lot of damage from the grenade also. JW just trying to make a pick happen along with that Desert Eagle.
The Honey Badger Desert Eagle. Very dangerous, sharp teeth. Looking for something to bite onto. Shocks using the range. Maybe the silence is too eerie for him. Maybe he wants to position towards A. However, it could be a mistake. We've got the high ground smoke as well. Bomb spotted. Plenty of information. Existence can peek with that. Twist looks away. Only to be shot in the back. Holding on to the tunnels now. Area control from Existence. Smiths is still here as well. Brodan and JW remain. Unanswered frag so far. From the CT side, JW gets one, but maybe only one. Now it's his turn to hide. And be the hunted. No more Honey Badger, just a pedestrian badger.
Did you just pick up an AWP?
He did.
Nice.
I guess Kenny died there earlier.
Yeah, very nice indeed.
He has armor as well, so this is a surprisingly good situation now.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Treasure at the end of the rainbow. Light at the end of the tunnel. I don't know. $20 note at the end of the burrito. I don't know. That's all I've got.
It's a beautiful headshot. Oh.
Not
Well,
bad.
By AWP. The Fnatic at least.
Well, that was the force fight from them. Got a few kills, but unfortunately, no money for the final round here. The Desert Eagles again, and G2 have pulled this back quite nicely, winning 4 of the last 5 rounds. So CZ 2D50s, smokes available, flashbangs too, and a missed Xbox smoke. Let's see that.
That is a rare one. Even I've finally converted to the jump throws. Loading plenty of new grenades. Smith with some pressure. There are lurk smokes you can do, which people will explode behind. And Existence was notorious for boosting behind these smokes, and Old Dust 2 as well.
Yeah, Titan.
Here we go. Here is said burst, and Smith will just about catch the sight of one player, but he's still yet to kill one. There we go. He's running out of bullets though. 7 bullets remaining. Down to the pistol. Ding dong, and Twist will take him out. Not for long though. Will Twist survive on the B-bomb site? Existence moving in with a P250. And G2 at half-time with the lead over Fnatic. It was looking so solid with 6 rounds in a row for Fnatic, but after that G2 came surging back. Shocks at the top of the leaderboard as expected. And I think that is a very surprising scoreline based on how it was going. It looked so strong for Fnatic, but G2 managed to right the ship.
Yeah, there was a couple like close moments here or there. In it, like it was really that the round off. I think which round was it? It would have been
With
round
Smiths?
10. Yeah, with Smiths, where that was like to save them from being reset completely, which
Pivotal moments.
It was really pivotal, yeah.
B-rush, boys. Rooms to defend, can't find the initial headshots. Always a bit of a problem as the Glocks get closer and closer. He still can't find the headshots, has to reload at the back of the side. He'll be taken down. G2 are looking very promising here in the pistol round of the second half. They've still got a smoke for the doors and a flashbang. CT's focusing towards the tunnels, and so far so good. Existence will fall back and join his teammates, and they use that spare smoke towards the tunnels.
That tunnel smoke is such an RAP.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do about that. Brother wants to make some money though. Maybe he will. Twist will. Twist with 2 kills already, so $600 for him. Roland with 1. Oh my goodness. 1 more player left. Obviously they do not have the ability to defuse the bomb, but maybe get some more kills.
Twist did have a kit though.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, so his team had a kit, and when he died on B-ramp, Twist picked it up, but when he got fragged, there wasn't time for Broland to kill that player, go and get the kit from outside the site, come back in. If Twist doesn't go down, the round is winnable. So there we are. Clean eco from Fnatic. They will be buying, purchasing in the next round. So it is Farm Simulator 2018. October DLC. Halloween edition.
Full eco here. And a stack towards shore with 5 players. It's working out so far. You don't see this every day. And they get a kill. Take down Smiths. I think they get another here as well. There it is. Kenny luckily gets 2. And that's a nice shot from Body just to stabilize things here. That should guarantee the round considering Fnatic have only picked up a Mac 10. AW sitting there in the smoke. Bomb to be planted momentarily. Nice, safe long plant. And a good smoke towards short. Actually, not a great smoke, I'll be honest, but a smoke nonetheless.
At this point, I think Exist can go for an exit frag. Doesn't have the range with the Mac 10 to take a longer duel. He will try to get something out of it as they will be buying in the next rounds. That would be great money. He actually wins it as well. It's a nice bonus, $600. And away they go. Much needed money. So Twist will be using the AWP on the CT side. That's a question going forward. Positionally, per map, will we see Twist sometimes as the primary sniper? For now, at the beginning of the second half, the answer will be yes. He's got the support grenades for his team. No Kevlar though. Anyway, Exist. Oh, they're lining up. Surely it's a 2-man spray down. Yes, it is. Broland saying hello to his opponent. Twist holding on that short position from the car. And Body will try to answer back through him in.
Bomb rotating. Lots of time here for GT to work with. Crim's gonna... Oh, he's gonna go for that challenge, but getting shut down. And now the bomb has a free path to the plants, and it's a big flag from Broland. He's gonna be arriving from T-spawn eventually. And Twist with that AWP. It's gonna be quite difficult to get out of this position. The sheer angle held by Body. The AK is so favorable. What is Twist to do? dear. This is always how it was going to go, I think. Here goes Brolin now. It's very tough, no kid on him, but he will go down. Shox takes the frag. Nice finish from G2. They are actually looking pretty good right now.
Oh, he said that with bated breath. He didn't know. Should I say this?
Yeah.
Should I ruin everything?
Am I committing to this?
No, I agree with you. They're actually looking like they're comfortable at least. And G2 desperate for wins here in ECS, like absolutely gagging for them. They're 1-9. 1 win, 9 losses. And that's quite a scary prospect. Almost no chance of them making, I'd say actually 0 chance of them making it to the playoffs now, just trying to fight against relegation. Which is quite an important fact. Need to stay in these prime leagues.
Long creep. Nice anti-eco approach. Just going contact. As little warning as possible to the CTs as to what you're doing. Smiths will run around the corner. See the stack. And 2 kills. Okay, sure, whatever. But the bomb's going to go down on A. And there's not too much that can be done, I don't think, to stop that. Hello. Oh, that's a bit of damage, isn't it?
Very fortunate to live Shox in that situation. That could have been catastrophic. But the crisis will indeed be averted. Brolan could be subject to the odd Molotov. Another player bites the dust. Got to be careful existence if it's off angle. The HE to fade away. Oh, Brolan further back. And now what? Surely they won't hold on to this AK. They have no kit. I think they're just creating presence with this harassment. And then the Prims will fall away. Brolan tries to pick something up. He's only got a PT50. Is there something for him somewhere? I don't know. But it's going to be round number 12 for G2. Can they take this one all the way?
That's the question. They always are very good at getting close to victories, and it could all fall apart. This feels like it's secure, though, I would say. 4-0 in the second half. G2 bouncing back. Double AWP set up. Twist and JW. Now, that's a potent combo. That's what we want to see. Will it work out? Time will tell. AK for Crims. Brolan with the M4 and the PT50 save in the previous round. Body with the wrong spawn. Can't connect the shot to a jump past. Brolan gets in position towards the blue bin.
There used to be a pixel jump on the old blue bin on Dust 2, where you could see through long doors, which was really cool, but do not believe it exists anymore.
You can get 2 people on that position though, right? Look over the crack in the door. You can like look towards the blue bin, I think.
Oh, from inside the halls?
So there's the crack. You can get 2 people there. I think at least maybe it got patched. I'm sure you can look towards the blue bin. Anyway, Brolan will be defending here. He's got a lot of work to do. Players in front of him. Nails the first. That's body going down. Flashbang in the air. Looks to challenge again. Oh, they turned away from it. He mows them all down. Fantastic work there. What a sequence of events that was.
That's
Gets the
beautiful.
first kill. Spots a few more. Flash in the air. Makes them turn around. And absolutely mops the floor with them.
In a traditional setup on long, your sniper's going to be, well, where Twist is now, as one common example, but they're going to have flashbangs to flash for you if you're in that ramp position. He had no flashes, no help apart from him, just his own flash. Really, so to get that many frags out of it is not very likely. Brolan showing his worth. Rings the bell of Kenny as well, leaves him with 12 HP. Despite Kenny holding the angle. So maybe, just maybe, there's still time for G2. Sorry, for Fnatic to catch up. 4 rounds behind now, but there is another buy here for G2.
Of course. This is brilliant from Brolan. Gets that first kill. Flash in the air. They absolutely have to get turned around from it. Shocks in existence.
It's crazy just how well it works.
Yeah.
It's like it's so simple.
Well, if you throw it directly in the air, it's never going to get you right because it's above your POV. The T's are right in front of theirs, so they have to turn around, and it's a really cool way to play in a deep position like that pit. And it's going to be fast from G2, straight up towards shore. But here he comes, the man himself, Twist. Considered one of the better snipers in Sweden. Doesn't get the full commitment from G2 just yet. They're going to go back into a B split by the looks of things.
Well, the setup is good here for Fnatic, though. Look at all the players they've got to respond. Just looking to pick the perfect moment. There we go. Gets himself 3 kills. You cannot ask for more than that. Body alone on the sites. Has to win this 1v1 to stand a chance in this round, but the bomb is very lost, so maybe there is no chance at this point. They'll be eliminated, and that's a very convincing, a second convincing round from Fnatic. Starting to hit their groove, and once again, if you look at G2, you know, they won both pistols. If you take 6 away, it's still, you know, a very even game from that perspective.
Very interesting stuff. Right then, Shox has got 2 flashes. A smoke grenade has been deployed. And G2 move to low tunnel. The smoke grenade is on the short, the Xbox. So he'll be looking for any gap. Can't stand there forever though. He knows his timings. As the Ts could choose to explode. Speak of the devil, and they shall appear. Oh, warnings. He's got to be careful now. Can't really support the players on the B bomb site. This goes way too wide. Misses loads of players. Gets taken out now. But he's the only man to be lost. How likely is a bomb plant here? Looks likely now. Kenny hoping for an AWP. Finds them 4. Doesn't last very long. At least he's got some nice sunglasses on.
Double digits for Fnatic G2. It felt so good. It was looking amazing. And now losing 3 rounds in a row. Fnatic working out whether they'll be up against a bye here. I assume they are. It's a timeout. Makes sense. G2 is working out. Do they want to purchase up the AWP? Give it to Smiths. Means one player won't have Kevlar. But it's the best possible way to go for that long pick if you give the AWP to that spawn. It's pretty much the best one you can have. The French developed this long take back in source. It was actually existence that worked out this long timing way back in the day, guys. It was very games that started doing it, and it really changed the way the game was played. Taking long spawn every time he got it, before the flashbangs, the smoke on the corner. He even developed the little jump you do over the side of the wall there. So, happier times though.
Were they?
Yeah, for him. I think.
Yeah, that's true.
To be fair, there was no money back then.
Oof.
Right then, the long take has been successful from G2. A lot of teams will spend much time here once they take long early. Seeing a very active CT, but he's not going too far past the angle because Shox is waiting, as one can see. Waiting for a response. If the CTs know he's taken long really early, will they try to get something done? Who will be less patient? Shox starting to move as Crims is moving back, but he spotted him, and he wins the duel. Now we've got G2 moving towards the B bomb site after having taken long, but surely that is a spanner in the works.
Just holding down long, that's really important. That will mean that Broline can still, or maybe even push the short position or push down into CT spawn to try to help his teammates. Crims might need some help here. 1v3, it's a possibility.
Oh, God.
Oh, he still goes back out, and looks like he might get both kills. At least slows them down, gets one, and still holds position, and his teammates have all the information. He spotted extra players, and now the rotation comes in. 30 seconds, they are committed. Twist on the angle. That is absolutely beautiful, isn't it? Lines it up, peeks, knocks him down.
Wow. Well, Fnatic are back, baby. 4 rounds in a row. Crims manages to take down Shox to kick things off, and the awkward incendiary thrown towards the car, who's just caught out by surprise. He manages to do so much damage there, and then Twist comes in with the perfect peeks towards the tunnels. Very quick, very efficient.
That first shot was awesome because he's shooting before he's not looking for a player, he's just shooting the angle before he can even register that someone's there or not. He knows can't take a second versus a man if they're holding the angle. Plenty of fire here on the long position. Exist finishing off player with the USP, and that's a big grenade, big damage. That leaves Kenny pretty damn low. 1 versus 4, make it 3. He's only got a CZ though. Is there anything for him to collect? 2 players on the A site. He's found an M4. Got a flash in the HE. Looking for a flanker, but I'm sure they will just contain. As you can see, Crims making his way. Would be senseless for him to push. Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear. One thing I have to say about G2 is that despite some of the issues that we've been talking about, they win a lot of pistol rounds.
Well, famously, they don't on LAN. That's one of their things. They can't actually do that in general.
Online it's been pretty
Online,
good.
yeah, I'm sure it's been fine. So that they've got the opposite problem here then. So they're winning a lot of gun rounds, but no pistols online. But on LAN, they usually win no pistols and win a lot of gun rounds.
Oh, Fnatic are happy. Looking really good at the moment. GT, they don't seem to have any answers.
Well,
There's like 5 clean buy rounds they've won in a row.
yeah, it's ever since that double orb setup came out. Twist has just looked crazy good. He might be challenging towards middle here. Looking for anyone crossing over. There's no orb for Kenny. He's actually on the Khalil. It's far from ideal. They hold up in a pretty standard default here. 2 tunnels, 1 long, 2 middle. It's waiting for any CT aggression. No damage inflicted just yet.
Oh, the stepping here. Will there be a flashbang for Exist? Maybe no. All the heads, so they'll run into his fire, and it's a 2 for 2. Could be worse, could be better. But really, right now for G2 it might be a bit better because there's no one on the A site. But that's not something that G2 might know. They're still preparing just in case someone on the car position with an AWP. But no idea that all the CTs are so out of position, but they're soon going to find out.
No one holding short for the T's as they move towards the site. They're trying to go back now. Oh, they might catch off guard. Crim's not ready for the repeat, the re-emergence of the T's. That is horrible timing for Fnatic. Really unlucky. First play gets taken out by Shox, I think. Then Crims has got a Molotov in his hand, unable to react. Thought it was looking good for Fnatic because G2 didn't know the status of Long at that point. 2 versus 4, what can you really expect to do? G2 abusing the numbers game towards short.
Well, there you have it. And will be the orb back out for Kenny S. No damage done on the cross. Lovely approach there from G2, trading out very efficiently towards shorts and capitalizing upon the advantage they found. CTs with 1 player towards long, that's Brolan. He's been a very good job there. He's going to be challenged once again though. See him battling it out. There's also a presence towards middle. This is where the D split might begin. There's 1 player on the other side that exists and Twist holds short.
Oh, in the face, baby. Avoiding the flashbang just in time. Escapes in style. He's a 1-man luxury car. 5 versus 4. 2 AWPs remain. Fnatic making inroads elsewhere on the site, but the action is happening on A, and Twist may need some help eventually. People jumping onto the ramp position. He's completely blind. You'll see none of Shox. There is a player on long, though. That's Brolan, trying to do what he can. He can contain for the time being, because it looks like they will soon have short and long Fnatic.
So the smoke onto short will make things a little bit easier. 2 players from along will start applying the pressure. JW has the orb, that's a really big deal here. Broadlander gets taken down though, but the trades are up, and Kenny yes in a 1 versus 3. That bomb is still fairly fresh on the plant, and it's going to be a nice headshot from Exist to finish off Kenny as he whiffs. And Fnatic tying 13-13, and G2 just won a round. It's been some time, so they will be reset, but they do have some cash remaining.
We've got quite a lot on 2 players, but there's 3 of them that are not so healthy. Existence get AK armor only, that's pretty much it. His 2 teammates, Kenny and Body, would have to be on pistols here. Kenny S might not buy much at all, considering he wants to get the AWP out later on. He goes with CZ and armor, saves himself up to 750, but it's a huge advantage for Fnatic here. Round 27, they still have the double AWP set up. And this looks like maybe a contact play for GT towards B, hoping to find a solo B player, which could be Crims, but Exist is there as well. All 5 now in the B tunnels.
Very aggressive smoke grenade. Although that deep, I do wonder if it's better to boost behind for a T side. But there'll be no boost on this occasion. JW blind. Interesting how the snipers play the mid position, because it does feel pretty brittle when the plays are close to the door and the flashbangs come through. So definitely a learning exercise from Demos. If he goes deep for the pick, surely he gets traded. Sort of trajectory in his scope, but that was towards short. Ooh, he just manages to get around the corner. Got more grenades coming in. He can jump on the box if he wants to. Sneaky angle from JW. But what is the info? What is the play? 2 players deep and long now for Fnatic. So there will be 2 players on the B bomb site versus the 4 in this push.
Oh, this is a nice little setup. Crimson to stay alive now. Hopefully they focus him. If he dies, that's a massive problem. Wants to stay alive to bait his teammate in. Just do damage. Make sure they know he's there. And there's the setup. The alley-oop exists now. But the man advantage doesn't have to drop here. Gets another. It will be a 2 versus 1 with Shoxy. With 10 seconds remaining, has no choice. That's a really cool setup from Fnatic. Perfectly done. As G2 commits. That was their force by, I remember as well, chaps. And this is 14-13. I think I even said it when they had their lead. When they found 13 rounds, like, or 12 rounds, I think it was. It's like, well, G2 are very good at getting close to victories, and then it all seems to fall apart at the very last hurdle. This could happen once again. Fnatic almost guaranteed to find match point. Oh, he's AFK. There he goes.
Oh, well, it's a great start for Fnatic. They are so close now, and just have to keep a good pace towards the finish. It's not even being touched there. And 3 players are left on short G2, so it's very difficult to get in. They've got no nades. It'd be nice to get some damage in, just get some frags, just feel like you can be competitive.
Get anything.
Yeah.
Any kills. Yeah, well, a bomb plant would be ideal.
Frags would be, well, they'll be against match points, so maybe it won't matter so much. I don't know. There isn't much money for Fnatic, but it's too early for maths.
The run boost not as effective there.
Yeah, gravity seems lower than normal. Too much rotisserie chicken. Will not be flying through the air today. Match point Fnatic.
Definitely still possible for G2 to take this to overtime though. See whether they can pull it off. AKs, and Kenny could get an AWP, but that would all he'll be getting. 21 kills so far. Picks it up, why not? Gets stuck in. No damage. Waiting for the follow-up CT peek. Existence wasting no time at all here. Barreling up towards short, but making so much noise. JW waiting for him. There's no trades, there's nothing. So he goes up towards short. His teammates have to commit towards long. And it could be GG, boys. 5 on 2. Oh, what a shame. It felt like they were going to have this one tied up. It was looking so good.
It's all gone wrong. It's all gone very, very wrong. Now let's see if Kenny has a peek towards the site. Although at this point you need to be careful of a player who could be on the ramp underneath the site as an off angle for a sniper. You can see him taking the safe approach, trying to boost over this. Again, Guardian peeks this from an elevated position. Not that elevated, but he would peek towards the site on the box. So if JW was there, for example, he's more likely to be legged because he's elevated. G2 are trying to do that the harder way. And now Shox is alone 1 versus 5. Time is not on his side. He's got to frag out with the taps. Never count him out.
I think I might be.
Well, I'm not, Henry. 30 seconds. He's spotted 1 player. Trying to use all his utility. JW has now repositioned. There's a first tap. But now there's guaranteed 2 versus 1. And JW will finish off the job. Just 1 kill for Shox there. 16-13 for Fnatic.
What a game. That was actually really fun to watch. Loads of cool moments, lots of high fragging affairs. You see the B bombs, they got a lot of action when G2 on the CT forces. Their setup definitely has its weaknesses, but they pulled the first half back. to a reasonable scoreline, then ran away with the pistol in the second and the follow-up gun round as well. It was looking so good for them. Then all of a sudden, it was the double AWP setup of Fnatic that shut everything down. They couldn't get past it, and it felt like even with eco victories like this, there was no way for them to get back into the game, and the money was a real issue for G2 towards the last few rounds. They had to force buy on round number 13, and then it just all fell apart from that point. And his body, pretty decent performance from him, I have to say. But Brolan, guys, you impressed with what you saw today from this young man?
Yeah, I think Brolan was very solid when it came to the individual plays. Really nice as an anchor to the pit position, for example. And edgy frag as well. Just you saw a glimpse of that versatility, so that was exciting to see. It's I think this game, the scoreline was very misleading. I think it could easily have been a 16-8 as well. Fnatic, I think, were winning both halves like fairly convincingly. So those pistols that made things a little bit awkward, and a couple of the clutches as well that G2 managed to win.
There we go, scores on the doors exist. Nice work from him. A quiet 25 kills. Twist with 19, Brolan 20. And it's good to see him performing well in his debut for Fnatic here in ECS. JW 19, Crims 14. Body, Kenny, great job by Kenny especially, and Shoxy. They're always producing good numbers. Smith's in existence. We did discuss that being an issue on the B bomb site, that weakness in their CT forces. But still, I think that was a pretty good game. I enjoyed that. It's a shame that G2 do go now 1-10.
Yeah,
great is it?
Yeah. I mean, it kind of sucks for them. They will feel like they were close in the in the final hurdles.
Sure.
But it was stimulating to see how they recognized that they were trying to target something. They tried to manage that problem, but still the numbers. I mean, both T sides did well at using pure numbers game, like 4v2s on short, 4v2s on the B bomb site.
Yeah.
So that was really stimulating to watch.
Excellent stuff. We're going to have these two play again on Cash after this break. Do not go anywhere. We'll see you there.